سلام دوستان، امیدوارم که حالتون خوب باشه. آقا ما باز امشب اومدیم با یک کلیپ ترسناک که بریم با هم دیگه ببینیم.
Ghost, published to YouTube by Scary Videos in November of 2015, this creepy CCTV footage shows a terrifying incident with a shadow ghost. According to the video, this incident occurred in an IT park in November of 2015. Around 6 p.m., a man is walking down the hallway. His shadow is cast on the wall at the end of the hall. As he turns the corner, another shadow suddenly springs from the adjacent hallway, running him into a corner. The man is thrown up against the wall by this evil shadow. He falls to the ground and the shadow drags him by the ankle across the corner. Somehow he manages to pull himself loose and flee, while the shadow figure stands for a moment and then disappears, experiencing some shady supernatural happenings, captured and published to YouTube in July of 2021. The crew are filming at night in the dark and haunted forest, and what they encountered does appear to be supernatural. Something is disturbing the forest, and as they zero in on it, they spot the dreaded figure amongst the thick brush. The scary footage captures the face of a wild beast with glowing orange eyes, sharp features, and a gray tone. It looks unlike any other forest creature, and unlike any human figure at that. The crew rightly freaks out, and as a deep growl rumbles through the forest, they flee as fast as their legs will carry them. As they race away, howling is heard into the night. Were they really faster than this
دوربین زوم میشه خیلی
and
ترسناک
it has
میشه.
been trending in the Spanish-speaking YouTube community. Taken in someone's backyard, you first see a pool with trees beyond. It looks as though the cameraman is searching for something in the foliage. He then turns to the roof of the home. The roof at first seems to be empty, but when the cameraman turns completely to the right, this terrifying figure is spotted. Its fleshy skin is a raw sunburned pink, its limbs are somewhat elongated, its shoulders are hunchbacked, and its pinhead is on a neck that's uncannily long. The creepiest part of it is that the figure is looking right at him. It stays still for a second, its eyes glowing as it watches the unsuspecting cameraman, before leaping with cat-like reflexes over the other. Published to YouTube by Mellowbird in March of 2020. This homeowner set up security cameras all around to find out. Let's take a look. The first camera shows the attic. At the very beginning, a ball is thrown from one corner of the attic. The poltergeist wants to play. A lot of scary sounds are heard, and something else is thrown at the far end of the room. A second camera is poised above the bathroom. The carpet is seen moving steadily across the floor, while the toilet paper flings over on its own. A third camera is situated in a closet or storage shed. Here, a heavy piece of metal is thrown from a shelf, while two indiscernible things fall from above. A couple more heavy metal objects are thrown from above and from the side. Back in the bathroom, a sponge leaps from a high shelf in the shower.
همه چی رو میندازه.
In the bedroom, a mirror moves, and the clothesline starts to spin. Lastly, the Phantom has had enough of the invasion of privacy and takes matters into his own hands. He starts to throw the camera around, making a whole lot of noise. church, and this one isn't so playful. Published to YouTube in July of 2021, this abandoned church has some supernatural visitors. Inside the church, amongst the whistling in the wilderness, something thuds nearby. The boys hold still, trying to listen for more unexplained noises. Moments later, they are standing there, casting light on the wall, when a distant, low-pitched moan is heard in the background. While in what looks like a basement space with lots of old items stored, a blast of sound is heard in the next room.
دنبال چی میگرده؟ اونگاه خراب است.
Wait, ¿qué pedo? Ven, ven. Soy acá, soy allá.
Something heavy and out of sight was thrown on the ground. As the boys attempt to speak to the spirit, another strange moan sounds faintly.
Ya. Uy, cabrón.
And then a couple of shelf doors are slammed shut with great force. In another area of the haunted church, several small successive thuds are followed by a strange double beat. They quickly get away from that space. Later, when peeking around a corner, a cabinet door slowly closes.
اذیتشون میکنه.
Whatever is closed isn't caught on camera. Not long after, a big heavy door slowly opens before being jarringly half shut.
خیلی جالب. اینا وای میسن نگاه میکنن. کسی دیگه باشه فرار میکنن.
They approach the door. There is nothing on the other side, as the scary fear hides here. Published to YouTube in July of 2021, this investigative team encountered something sinister. While investigating in broad daylight, the crew only just enters the creepy abandoned house when a scary loud racket is heard.
Cheiro insuportável. Pelo amor de Deus. Nós nem chegamos. Só isso?
Something is thrown against the wall in another room and sounds like it breaks apart. In one room, the investigators break out an EMF sensor, which starts beeping dramatically
اینا حتما دنبال یه روی
part of the
میگردن.
ceiling.
Essa vida tá aqui em cima. Porra,
One of the crew boosts another up to the crawl space in the ceiling to see what's triggering the device. It looks like the crawl space was being lived in at one point, as a pair of shoes and a book or pamphlet is up there amongst the suits and garbage. As they realize the book is a diary, banging is heard in the next room. Something is opening and closing the door.
cheio de nome, né? Caramba, cara. Foi isso, cara? Não sei, foi só pegar isso aqui, ó. Nossa, velho. Que isso, mano?
It looks like the hidden figure doesn't want that diary to be read. The cameraman checks outside, but there's nothing. A short while later, another bang is heard, and that's when the diary spontaneously combusts. Cameraman is holding the diary when a corner of the paper catches fire. He throws it to the ground in surprise.
Pô, vamos ficar espertos, porque aqui é eternite, mano. Tubarão essa coisa. Olha lá, ali, ó. Tá caindo ali, ó. Ei, olha. Oxi, velho. Ficou fogo do nada?
He picks it back
Para
up,
coisa ele
a
puxa
blast
não andou.
breaks in the next room.
Cara, o negócio começou a pegar fogo aqui do nada. Tem uns símbolos aqui, ó. Tá escrito aí em volta assim. Puta que pariu, o que é isso?
causing him to throw it down again. When they gain the courage to pick it up again, another bang is heard, although its source remains unseen.
Tinha lusteador por aqui.
البته دفتر بود ورق نه.
They enter another room, clearly afraid of what's going on around them and the entity that they've made angry.
Sai da porta, espera se esconder pouco, velho. Aquela laje, vem que aquela laje. Vai cair, mano. Feio.
Later, they are simply standing in a room capturing video when a fire lights beneath one crew member's feet unbeknownst to him.
E agora, velho?
Tá pegando fogo aí, feio.
Another runs towards him and pulls him away, and the fire goes out on its own for the grand finale.
یه چیزی پشت سرشون بود.
And one
اون
of the
آتیش
crew
است.
appears to see something in a gap in the roof. A scary shadow leaves the gap as something breaks, causing the crew to vacate the premises ASAP.
Caraca, feio.
Mano, vamos como é que é agora, cara?
Ali, ó.
Nossa, mano, que é isso, velho? Vai, sai, sai.
What was in that diary? Something incriminating? We'll never know. And again, it's eerily spot on.
اینا تو یه گروهی هستن که دنبال اینجور چیزا
2021, Chelsea Luna writes, "This is my first time trying Randonautica, and I was so excited to have my friends Omar from Omar Gosh TV, James from The Fam, and Carlos from Carlos The Fam joining me on this adventure, and just like that, the adventure begins. They're driving along when something hits the back of their car.
Just hit the back of the car.
It sounds like a rock or a pebble. They stop to see if something is back there, but they come up short. In the distance, something is heard. It sounds like coyotes or something. What, coyote? Whatever it is scares the group, and they hurry to get in the car and lock the doors. Later, as they're driving by a bunch of tires, a strange growl is heard.
یه چیز اون پشت
What
بود.
is that? It sounds like a growl.
Yeah, it sounds like a drown.
They continue on. A strange sound effect that the crew missed is heard in the background. It almost sounds like a disembodied voice is screaming, and it says, "You." At one point, they're taken to the statue of an angel defeating a demon. Carlos says he was thinking about an angel, so this is a bit freaky that the app drew him.